What is going on, guys? We are the Little Kings. I'm Ryan, aka NoMercyMercTTV.
And I'm also Ryan, aka Penguin Monster. On this episode of The Little Kings, we talk about Rocket League finally listening to us and going free to play. Halo Infinite had its first gameplay reveal. A trailer for Gamer Girl got released. Yikes. A new MMORPG called Ashes of Creation has come out. Will it suck or will it rock? And No Mercy Merc has decided to not buy any more skins in Valorant. We'll see if that holds true.
Yeah, we will. Let's get into it. Let me know when we're live.
We're live.
Okay.
Let me take a...
Yeah. Cleanse the palate.
Do you have-
ASMR podcast coming.
Do you have stuff to drink if your throat gets parched?
No, I just suffer through it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because I'm a slurper.
You have to slurp?
It's a bad habit of mine.
I almost feel like we should leave this.
Dude, did we just start a podcast?
We
like
probably
that?
just
Is that what
did.
we just did?
We probably just
All right. Anyways, let's get into the real details in the gaming streaming internet world.
What's going on?
What's going on?
We sound like two horrible disc jockeys from like the 90s starting a radio show right now.
And this just in, throwing it back to you, Ryan.
The Little Kings in the morning. All right. Well,
all right.
I might be able to tell I've got a few claws in me at this point.
Yeah, and we got all the jitters out. Now we're feeling just natural. It's flowing as can be.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So in one of our previous podcasts, we had mentioned that one benefit that Rocket League could do to pick up its player base is go free to play. And they must have been listening or something because they announced about a couple days ago that they're going free to play this summer.
Yeah, I was
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was looking at the analytics from episode 2 of the podcast where we mentioned Rocket League could go free to play. We had about 9 viewers so far. So that means that Cyanix was one of those 9 viewers, which is just crazy to me.
And Epic too, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I'm glad they listened. I think that will definitely revive the player base. I think we'll get a bunch of new players coming in. Old players will want to probably beat the shit out of those new players. And yeah, hopefully it'll really revitalize Rocket League. They might even become, huge in the esports scene again.
Yeah, I know their esport scene was actually dwindling down. Like there were a couple big teams that decided not to create an esports team for Rocket League this season. Like I think Cloud9 completely pulled out of Rocket League.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. I don't like that's the reason Squishy went to NRG, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So Squishy's actually move was not him being dropped by Cloud9. It was literally Cloud9 dropped Rocket League.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that. But I read one comment that was really interesting about Rocket League going free to play. And it was, will the toxicity increase with free to play?
Yes.
Because the biggest thing that they were talking about was because it's free to play, there's no reason to worry about getting banned. Because you can just create a new
you
Steam
could just make a new account. Yeah.
Download for free, play again.
That's a little unfortunate.
It is a little unfortunate. You can say whatever you want, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's very hard to increase the toxicity because it was fairly toxic when you would play anyways.
That's true.
Maybe the new players won't be... No, it's going to be pretty toxic. The only thing I'm really worried about... I mean, toxicity in gaming, it's a little bit annoying. You can always mute players, though. I think you can even mute the chat as well. The thing I'm worried about most is smurfing, though, because if you can create an unlimited number of accounts, the folks who are, in champ or above are going to make new accounts, try to rank low and smurf. I don't know why they like doing that, but there's plenty of folks who do. And if you can just make account after account after account, there's going to be nothing to stop them, really.
Good point.
But I mean, I guess they could do some things to try to eliminate that. Maybe there's like a minimum level that you have to have in order to go into ranked. Like, how you have your level in the bottom left that's like experience from playing games overall. Maybe you do a few games of unranked, so that will, I don't know, sway people from not creating 100 accounts. I don't know.
That's a good point. I even know of some games that do IP bans. So you would literally have to VPN in if you wanted to do it, and pay for a VPN if you're really that dedicated. Or
and I feel like if you are that dedicated, yeah. And I feel like if you are that dedicated, whatever. Like you can smurf. Like that's just your passion, I guess, at that point. So just go ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm excited that they're going free to play. I think we'll definitely hop back into it. Do you know when they're going free to play?
They just said summer 2020. That's it.
Summer. So like tomorrow?
It could be, yeah. August, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that hard to go free to play. You just kind of flip a switch to not have it be paid anymore.
I guess so. Yeah.
Is there? I haven't looked at Rocket League in a long time. Is there? I know there's the Rocket Pass, where you can pay money to, unlock certain customization and stuff. Is there more to the store? There's like the custom cars. I wonder if they'll start doing a lot more with that since they're going free to play.
Yeah, I mean, they got rid of their crate system, their randomized crate system, because it was breaking some laws of some countries. Like they banned it in like the UK.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You couldn't get randomized items, so that it wasn't like the lottery. It was like kids playing the lottery
right.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was too much like gambling.
Yeah, they got rid of that. They went to the blueprints, so you can pay to get exactly what you want from a blueprint if you get a blueprint. But yeah, I think that's mainly where they're going to get all their money from: Battle Pass and cosmetics.
Which, I mean, if it becomes really popular again, they could arguably make more money that way than a base price for the game.
Yep.
So.
I mean, I feel like we should be sponsored by them by now, but Valorant's the exact same way. So
for real,
but
I've put more money into Valorant than I think any purchase game that I ever have.
Yep, for sure.
I'm not happy about it, but I have
the whole franchise of Halo. I haven't spent as much money on just buying $60 games on all consoles. I think I've spent more on Valorant.
That's probably true.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yikes.
No. Nope.
Speaking of Halo.
Yes.
Yeah, Halo Infinite.
Yes.
What do you think of the trailer?
It looked like a throwback, like it looked like old time. It looked Halo 3, Halo 4-esque, which I liked, with some minor abilities like the hook, the grapple hook.
The grappling hook, yeah.
Which was cool, and it's less the futuristic vibe of like their invisibility punch the ground thing and their I like that they're going back to their roots of what Halo, like we grew up with Halo being.
Yeah, it actually gave me a lot of Halo 1 vibes, actually. Like the drop point and that area of the map, I think that's what they were going for. That gave me Halo 1 vibes. And then, of course, the combat seemed to be a little bit more 3. But the grappling hook I thought was awesome. He not only could you grapple an enemy and just like pummel them, you could grapple an object and then throw that object at an enemy, and that looked pretty cool.
That was cool.
That was badass.
The explosive bomb thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then it was interesting to me the enemies. Well, I don't know if you would even know because you don't like to play campaign Halo, right? You're more into multiplayer.
Literally, I I beat Halo 3 campaign. That's the only campaign that I've ever like beat.
Okay.
And so I think I don't even know how long that campaign was, but I probably have like 15 hours in a
So
Halo campaign.
were there brutes in that campaign?
What are brutes?
So that's like an enemy type. You know, you have like the grunts, which are like the little small things that make jokes.
Yeah.
And then you have like the elites that are like
Yep.
powerful looking. The brutes were very like muscular and would kind of charge at you. And they were dumb. But basically the final, or not the final, but the enemy that they showed towards the end of that gameplay trailer that was talking to Master Chief, that to me looked like a brute, but it was intelligent.
Oh.
So that was interesting. I don't know if that's just like a new race.
I think Halo 3 was the Flood. I think it
was the
yeah.
Flood is in most of the games, except I think 4 was like I don't know, they had like the knights and like the weird, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm multiplayer or nothing.
Right. Did they show any multiplayer? I don't think so, right?
None. So disappointed. I wanted to get a look at like what the new rank system looks like even just a little tease of like the startup menu or loading into a game, something.
I did see a tweet today that Courage JD, Twitch streamer, or I'm sorry, YouTube streamer. He replied to a tweet that said that the Halo multiplayer may release at a different time than campaign. And he was like, oh God, please no, basically. There's no confirmation on that at all, but I think that would be a damn shame if they don't come out with multiplayer at the same time. I could see maybe like sometimes there's games where they'll do like a week or something like that, so that because they want people to get the campaign experience before they hop into multiplayer. But if it's like months, that'll be awful.
Unless they know something that we don't. If 85% of their player base is campaign driven, then like, all right, that's fair. If most people care about it, well, so like you have the people who are like all campaign, and then you have the people who are all multiplayer, and then you have the people in the middle that are like, all right, I'll play through the campaign once, and then like you're not gonna like replay it unless you're playing it on a different difficulty or whatever. But it's like if majority of the people want to play through the campaign, then I guess that's fair. But you're right. I don't want it to be like a really long time.
Right. Yeah, I would imagine
you want to ride the hype.
Right. Well, that for one for sure. And I would also imagine, I mean, yes, there will be players that are just one side or the other. I think the majority would be both, or even would lean towards multiplayer. I don't think there's that many that are just like Halo campaign only. I'm not playing any multiplayer. So that would be an interesting move to me if they were to delay that a ton.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I like the Halos. I never played Halo 5, but I played all the other ones. And I would hope Halo 5 would come to PC before. I think that's the only one that's not been confirmed to come to the Master Chief Collection on PC so far. But I think that's because it was so new at the time. But I would love to play that campaign, so I'm kind of caught up on all the campaigns and then go into Infinite.
That makes sense. So another thing I see going around Twitter is a screenshot from Halo Infinite that people are like ragging on.
Oh, really?
Because they're saying that the graphics are like not up to par with their expectation, and so many people are disappointed in the way it looked.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that the like scenery and backgrounds and that kind of stuff did not look great. It's kind of cartoonish.
Yeah.
I would say I don't know if it's fair to assess like a gameplay trailer that comes out way before the actual game.
But is it way before? Like
when
Halo
is
Infinite should be right around the corner. Like I think it's planning on being a launch title for the game or for the console.
So it's what, holiday 2020?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
like not that far away.
That's not that
considering
far.
their first trailer was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I guess graphics wise, it would be good for it to be kind of groundbreaking, but I'm a guy who's like, the graphics just have to look good enough. The gameplay is the most important to me, and like how the character moves and feels. I hope they get that right. The graphics, I feel like, I don't know. It's hard to judge based on an 8-minute gameplay trailer that might not even be part of the game. I don't know. Was that confirmed like first level of the campaign, or was that just like a demo that was set up?
I think it was a demo that was just set up.
Yeah, so it could even be, hey, we wanted to give you kind of the feel, but this is actually not even the full build, and then they're going to blow us out of the water or something.
Maybe. I have seen some people comparing it to Assassin's Creed. Their demo was like really not great. Like it didn't look right. It didn't have the ray tracing turned on. Like it had a lot of things like dumbed down. And I don't know if they did it intentionally to blow people out of the water when it initially came out.
Yeah,
that could be a strat.
It's like the opposite strat of what most people do, right? Like usually they'll show an E3 trailer that's like, holy crap, these are the best graphics we've ever seen, and then you get the game and it's like, oh, wait a second, what? That demo was clearly just optimized like hell for the demo, and that's it.
Yeah. Speaking of graphics and the Xbox gaming
Our transitions
showcase,
are on point today.
they're always this way. No, they're not. But this one, you're right. This one's good. Did you watch the whole thing? First of all, did you watch the whole Xbox gaming showcase?
No, I just saw Halo. It was during work. Yeah.
Okay. The other games they showcased,
yeah,
I was disappointed in almost all of them.
Oh, really? I did hear in general that Sony seemed to have won.
I definitely think so. I don't know if it's the genre of games that Xbox tries to showcase that's not clicking with me. But like even like all the artistic styles and like I don't know if my expectations are just too high for gaming right now. But like the lips weren't synced with like characters. But like you could tell
like an audio delay on Twitch or something like that?
No, it literally looked like it was a Chinese game that was dubbed over English. That's what it looked like. All of them.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't think it was an audio issue because the people like when they actually put a real person on the screen and was like introducing the next world premiere.
Oh, that was fine.
It was completely synced up. So I just
was there anything else that was exciting to you? I heard what did I hear? There's a new Fable.
New Fable trailer was like 20-25 seconds. It was so short.
Okay. It was more of
and
a
gave
teaser.
You like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a cinematic trailer, which I've come to like hate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because okay, it looks great. But like give me gameplay. I need to see gameplay.
That's fair, but when it's just a teaser,
I guess it's like if I want to see a cinematic trailer, I'll just watch like make a movie. Make a movie, give me a full story.
Well, it's just like it's purposely. I mean, it's a teaser, right? It's like, oh, here. By the way, here's this thing that we're dropping. Get excited about it. It's like they're clearly not ready if they're just giving 20 to 25 seconds to drop this game anytime soon, and they're just like, hey, this is gonna be a thing.
Tease me with gameplay. Tease me with like 20 seconds of gameplay. That's all I want.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's I could understand that opinion, but I like a cool cinematic trailer as long as there is a full gameplay trailer at some point.
Yeah, I guess. Because like the thing is, it's all about expectations. Like if you only watch cinematic trailers and you know nothing else, the game drops and you load in. Like World of Warcraft, for example, has some of the best.
Oh, they're incredible.
Trailers.
They're incredible.
And they're almost like major film companies that make these.
Right.
And they actually made a movie because their cinematic trailers were so good.
Which was not
I
incredible.
didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
I just heard it was not incredible.
But like, if you only watched those and booted up World of Warcraft, oh my God, you would be so let down.
Yeah, but how do you feel about trailers in general? Because I thought, were you who I was talking to that was just talking about how, like, if you hear something you're excited about is coming out, you'd rather just not see anything about it and just
Absolutely.
so
Anti-trailer.
So wait, that makes no sense to me then, because a teaser trailer basically is that. It's like, hey, this is a thing that's going to come out, just so you know, here's the date. And then, like, if you don't watch the actual trailer, then you have no expectations besides, here's this is a thing that I'm going to play or watch. So I don't get that. You'd rather just see like a tweet that's just like, hey, this thing's coming out this time, and then no trailers. Okay.
Give me words. Yeah.
Okay. But if you're going to see a trailer, then you want a gameplay trailer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
I would, like,
to me,
close
that's like
my
the
eyes,
perfect
hum to
middle.
myself, and I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. Right now I'm set in my ways.
Because even movies have like a teaser trailer and then a full trailer. And the teaser trailer is usually very short, will give very minimal details, and it just gives you kind of like a feeling for what it's going to be. And then the full trailer is usually like 2 to 3 minutes long. It gives a little bit more of the plot. And those, I agree, I kind of don't like to watch those because sometimes they give too much away. Mm-hmm. But to me, that's why the teaser trailer's there.
We can agree to disagree.
All right, fine.
Whatever. Yeah. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this.
So speaking of trailers, did you see PlayStation sort of dropped a trailer and then rescinded it very quickly because the internet was in uproar about it, called Gamer Girl?
Oh my God, I did see this.
Yes. So it was an FMV experience, which I think is full motion video gaming. So it's basically you record actual real life video, and then actions that you do determine what gets played, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was that type of game. It's centered around a girl that was a streamer that looks like it's going to turn into a horror movie. And basically she was going to have a stalker come after her.
And so in the game, you are her mod. Like, that is the whole premise of the game. You're her moderator on Twitch or streaming platform.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
And basically, I guess, trying to save her from the stalker. Unless you are the stalker. No, I don't think so.
Whoa.
Because that would be way too crazy, I think. But
oh my God.
I guess understandably, people got upset with that. I might have a hot take, though.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get juicy. Let's get into it.
I might get in trouble for this. So I totally get that. Yes, we're men. We don't face any of this shit, right? So I could never truly understand. And I get that that's horrible that those types of things happen. And it happens way more than it should. And women who want to stream should have no fear when they go to streaming. And I wish it was just a positive environment for everything. That being said, I don't think it's necessarily too sacred of a space to make a horror game or movie about. Like, sometimes the point of horror is to go into something that's horrifying, that is terrible. Like, you wouldn't want that thing to happen in real life, but if it's done in a certain way, it makes for an interesting experience. So I guess I'm not necessarily like super against any piece of entertainment coming out that's focused on a certain thing, as long as I guess the fear is that maybe it will inspire people to go and do that. And that's awful. And I agree that shouldn't happen. But if that's, if you kind of take that down, should there not be any type of TV or movies about murderers? Should there not be any types of games where you kill people? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, my opinion on it is it might be hitting too close to home and being like too real, because like obviously like it's a very niche game. Like, one, I've never heard of this genre before.
Yeah, they've made a few games, but they haven't been super popular.
Okay. But like it's the people who are going to play this are going to be people who watch live streams. Like, I feel
Probably.
like they're going to know what a moderator is, they're going to know what their jobs are, and that like it uh, I don't really know.
I get that. Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, I really wish this game would come out and I want to play it. I'm just saying like, I don't necessarily think there's much that shouldn't be made into a game or a movie or TV show if it's done well. And if it and watching the trailer, I don't think it was done well. So that's part of the problem probably.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, these things for entertainment, there will be people that get inspired by many different things. But that doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't make the piece of entertainment. I mean, there's plenty of people who watch like Law and Order episodes or documentaries about certain serial killers or things like that. And it does happen every once in a while where there's an inspiration and they'll even write that in a manifesto or something. But that doesn't mean it's that piece of entertainment's fault that happened.
Yeah. I just like, I don't know.
But I get why it would be really upsetting, especially to a female streamer.
Right.
Because it is basically
ones,
attacking them.
Yeah, and especially ones who have literally dealt with all of this firsthand.
Right.
And like it's kind of desensitizing it. Like it's almost like making light of it and the stuff that they went through. And like so talking in general, like about forms of entertainment that may be a little pushing the envelope of like even all the documentaries about like murder and serial killers and all that. It's like, is it kind of weird that we find it entertaining? And it is there part of it that desensitizes all of us to it? That like,
I mean, that's going down a whole rabbit hole of psychology probably. But I mean, it is weird, but we do, right? Like some of the most popular TV shows or movies have to do with killing people. And that's just a reality.
Yeah.
But I could totally understand if it's targeted towards you, why that would be super upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it was probably an unnecessary piece of entertainment. And the trailer looked awful. Like if they had maybe gone with this concept, but executed it better and maybe even had, I don't know, something that obviously clearly discourages from this type of behavior, that might be one thing. But I get why there is outrage from this trailer itself.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get in too much trouble.
Yeah, I see your point of view. Yeah, a game's a game. We'll see if they even come out with it now.
They probably won't.
That'll be interesting.
I bet they won't.
How does this accidentally leak? Or
that
did
I
it
have no idea.
Purposefully leak, or did it purposefully leak and they got backlash and like they were like, oh, never mind.
It leaks. Yeah. That's probably more likely the case. Yeah.
So they can just cover it up like that.
Yeah, and listen,
just like
I'm not going to be sad if this thing doesn't come out. Yeah, exactly.
It was self-defense.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If it ever sees the light of day, we might talk about it again, or we may never. It may come out and we may never hear about it again.
Yeah, I mean,
silent release,
or it could just disappear into ashes. Speaking of ashes.
Okay, all right.
All right, that one was a little forced.
Oh, right.
that one was
What
a
are
little
we
bit
doing?
forced. All right, so I think you know where this is going to lead, right?
I do, yeah.
I gave
yeah.
you some homework for the stream,
Yes.
which was to watch one video. I believe the person's name is The Lazy Peon on YouTube. We'll definitely make sure to give credit. But there is an MMORPG that is going to come out. Could come out in a decade, could be just a couple years. I don't know. It's very ambitious, but looks super interesting to me as a person who has never played an MMO before. And the reason why it was interesting to me is that it seemed like it had all the better elements of every MMO that I've seen kind of all combined into one. And it seemed like that I could potentially get so obsessed with it that I would probably lose my job, my relationships, and everything in my life if I were to play it.
Wow. That's real.
What did you think?
I thought it was very interesting. I thought that so first of all, I wasn't sure if this game blew up in like being talked about because of the delay of New World, which was Amazon's first take on an MMO being canceled until 2021.
Yeah, I think the person who made that video, just going over it, mentions that in the beginning and basically says, since this got delayed so much, hey, look at this other thing.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure when its timeline was. Like, I was thinking because this is now 2021, we can look forward to this in 2020. But you're kind of indicating that may not be the case?
I believe they're going to go into alpha in 2020, but I don't think there is a full release date scheduled yet.
Okay. My takeaway after playing like two major MMOs, which is World of Warcraft and RuneScape, is that their use of a node system,
yes,
which is basically like picture a map with all its continents, and in order for one continent to thrive, one has to kind of perish. And so like you can't just build up everything. Each kind of node is dependent on the other, and basically like in game like dungeons or raids or content is like kind of capped behind certain nodes, which like I've never seen in a game before.
Right, but I feel like you're talking about it more on like the negative side. But the whole point of that, I believe, is that from server to server, you have completely different experiences. Because each node might be leveled up differently depending on which server you're in. And I also think there's a cap because if, say you've got just a grid laid out for the map, if there's certain spots that grow from, I think it was like village, city, and then metropolis is the biggest one. If there's a node right next to it, I think it basically gets overrun because this metropolis is now pushing up against that next node. So there's like a physical limitation in terms of how big that node can grow. And then that inherently makes for more gameplay because whoever was in that other node that is now limited, for them to be able to grow their place into a metropolis, they'll want to raid the node that's kind of encroaching upon them.
Right, so that's where I kind of see it as a negative thing, because when you're looking at like a specific server, like you can't just take your account from one server to another. Like if I'm understanding it correctly, it's like World of Warcraft. When you pick a world, that is your world. You can't jump to another world.
Well, you can have multiple characters, I think.
You could, but like how long does it take to max level?
Right. No, but
and
yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
you'd probably
to get
be
to
in
certain
your
content,
world.
Right. So like if one of your worlds, if your main world where you have your max account is I'm going to talk about World of Warcraft because that's just the easiest one because there's just two factions. There's Alliance and Horde.
Yeah.
So like if one world is majority run by Horde, it's like you're going to hate to be an Alliance in that world because you're always getting stomped on in terms of ashes. It's like your metropolis, like you have no chance.
Yeah, so I don't think there's the same. And again, I don't know much about MMOs, so I could be totally off base here. But I don't think there's the same Alliance versus Horde type of feel to this. I think that it will be more based on the location that you've founded. Kind of like your node area is going to be what you're fighting for. I think it's going to be more geographically based. And there are like different player types and that kind of stuff, but the nodes themselves, I think, get turned into different types of cities, basically. I think there was a economy one, so it was more focused on like, you know, they could have like a stock trade, they could buy and sell things. I don't know. I'm going off of a 40-minute video. There was a science-based one where they could have like a library. They could have like different studies into, potions and things like that. I think there was like, there's all these different types basically. And they have different elections for their mayors of their node, different types of it. I know that there was kind of a warrior-based one, which seemed really interesting to me because the way that the mayor was picked there, it was not an election. It was a battle royale within that node, and whoever wins the battle royale becomes mayor for that time.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be much more geographically based, kind of like our like Earth, right? Like, and so I think that's going to be more the meta game is fighting against those who are in different areas, not necessarily the type of player.
Yeah, I don't want to knock the game. Like it all sounds great in theory, but like when it actually comes to fruition, like I don't know how it's gonna play out because like, all right, let's say you elect a mayor.
Yeah.
The mayor in real life, the person who's playing that character,
Yeah,
has a child. The month that they're elected mayor, like there were certain like protocols of building buildings that required the mayor's vote or something. Like there
right.
was
They set taxes.
That, like,
they did a bunch of different stuff. Yeah.
So it's like you could be mayorless for a month.
Well,
like it sounds great if everybody's playing the way they mean for it to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they
like,
have stuff built in for like transfership of mayor or something like that.
I hope.
And it's also going to be an ever evolving game, right? Like they might not have something like that, but then they realize, oh shit, we need something for if the mayor goes away for a month, and they'll come out with that. But yeah, I don't know. Part of the reason why I thought it was so interesting was that it's not a clear like big AAA gaming company that's just trying to make a quick buck. The founder of it, I don't know what he did, but he's in his like 20s or 30s, multi-millionaire, and is self-funding the game, basically. They did do a Kickstarter where you could get certain perks within the game if you were to contribute to it. But basically, he is not beholden to anyone. He just really was obsessed with MMOs growing up and loved playing with them and found a certain number of things wrong with every single one he played. So he wanted to make one that he thought would be best. And now he's gotten like developers from every other major studio basically to start working on the game. So I thought that was interesting. And I don't know, the world just seemed so cool to me. Like it was much more interesting to me than a lot of the other MMOs.
Yeah, I mean, one big perk of it is that it's really interesting that when you log on that day, the world could be completely different. Like usually in a big MMO, like that only happens with large expansions where like a large event happened where a crater hit an area
Right.
You can take even Fortnite, for example. Like their map changes from season to season because something happened in the storyline. But this is literally like always different. Every
Yeah,
time you log on,
it's like
something's gonna be different.
player driven content basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one of the coolest things was where we talked about if there's like a metropolis and you have a node that's neighboring it and you want to devolve that node, you can raid it, but that can only happen every 50 days for a metropolis. So it's going to be like this. Oh, and you declare it, and it takes three to five, I don't know the exact time, days to actually have it happen, and it locks down all their like items and things, so they can't transport them out at that point and that type of stuff. And so you just know if you're playing with your friends on this server, like you set this time and you're like, oh, we're gonna go raid this node, and everybody's going to be playing at that time, and it's gonna just be an epic battle. Like that sounds really cool to me.
Sounds great in theory. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it is super ambitious, and it could come out and be like not that great for sure.
Yeah.
But I also listened to a call with him and Summit and Shroud, and they were just kind of talking about it, and they're cautiously optimistic about it as well, because they, it definitely could come out and be nothing, but it could also come out and be an awesome game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for the latter.
Again, from my MMO experience, it's like I struggle with the aspect that like certain content in the game is locked behind a certain node being a metropolis. Like that's what they were saying, that like in order to get to this dungeon and get these things, it's like this node or area needs to be a metropolis. And in order for that area to be in a metropolis, you have to raid the other one and turn it back into a village. And so it's like once that metropolis over there is turned into a village, like that content is now not accessible anymore. So it's like someone who was working towards doing that, and then the next day they log on, it's not there. It's like I see that as a problem.
Yeah, I guess. But these things are not day to day, right? Like what I said on the node raid, whatever it's called, that can only happen every 50 days. So it's like you will know these major events will be happening, so you can kind of plan for them. And I get that it does lock some content, but to me, it almost adds to game longevity in that you may have new content for years and years and years and years, whereas I know some of these MMOs get stale because you're just waiting on the gaming company to come out with new content, and for years you're just playing doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I can see that. I see the one player who's been grinding to get to that thing, and then the 50 days hits, then they got 3 days to do it before it actually gets raided, the metropolis, or 3 to 5 or whatever it is, and then it's like, well, I wasn't able to do it in time, so that metropolis is gone.
I think the dungeons are outside of the development nodes.
Well, so they were saying that like in order to unlock certain content, it's like this node would have to be destroyed in order to unlock that node. So like
yes,
it may not have been clear in that short video of exactly what it's going to be like, but at the same time, I do see your side of it too, and it'd be really cool if like it almost turned into like a cyclical thing, that like someone who started here, well, I can't show the listeners, but
yeah,
someone that starts like in January and gets to this content in January, and then someone who started in February will have to wait all the way until next January to access that thing. That like it could be, I'm not explaining it well at all, but like it is rotating new content kind of.
Yeah, that's just like Animal Crossing. You can only catch a shark in the summer months.
Yeah, I never played. So yeah, sounds the same.
Yeah, but it's like season-based content, basically. But I don't think it's necessarily based on calendar time. It's more based on just the state of the world.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah. I don't know. Could be
I'm
cool.
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I did like that they have PvP. But it's like they had that whole. Did you get to the part where it was talking about like the corruption system?
Yeah, that was interesting. That I liked a lot.
Yeah, because it allows you to do PvP in certain scenarios, and you won't get that punished for it. But if you're like just being a dick and going after all these people for no reason, then you'll become corrupt. That node type that I was talking about, that's like the warrior type, they will have mercenaries. So it'll be like their job type to go and chase after these corrupt players in the server, kill them. They get, a certain reward for that. That system I thought was really cool. And you don't become corrupt if you attack someone and then they attack you back, because then there's two combative players, and that's like free game type of thing.
Interesting. Yeah, and it was cool that the corrupted players lose access to some areas because they would be guarded by like NPCs and very strong NPCs that they couldn't survive.
Right.
So it kind of locked them too.
Yeah.
Out of like, I think the Metropolis.
I think it's certain areas within that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool system.
Yeah.
Oh God, where's this transition? Did you have anything else on Ashes?
I could probably talk about it for a long time, but not really anything of substance.
Okay. I guess one thing that we should remind our viewers, if they are players of Valorant, then by the time this podcast is out, there is about a week left of the Battle Pass.
Oy.
And what Valorant has come out and said already is that all the items in the current Battle Pass will not be available any other time. So, I mean, they're trying to get you to spend money to finish up the Battle Pass. But yeah,
for sure.
It's like the threat of loss. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Yep.
That's a definitely good point. I can't believe, because that signals end of season 1, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder, I'm excited to see what they do for season 2. I'm hoping for a new map.
I hope so too. I think 4 just isn't enough.
Right. They have a decent number of agents. I would always be happy to have a new agent, although it takes, I think I've only unlocked 2 new agents since the game came out. So even if there is a new agent, I'm not going to unlock it for a year. So, but they have quite a few agents. I feel like they need more maps versus agents.
Totally agree.
So we'll see what happens with that. Is the game still going to be online? Or do you know if they're going to take it down for a little while and then kind of start the new season or anything like that?
I don't know.
I'm hoping it stays online. I'm hoping it's kind of like, like Rocket League or these other games that have a pass where there might just be a period of time where you don't have a certain pass that you're contributing towards, but you can still play the base game.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
Yeah. And they'll probably come out with a skin pack that we'll want to buy and we'll spend more money on.
Yeah, I've made my pack. I've made my pack that I'm
packed
not
on
buying.
packs.
I made a pack. I packed on all the packs, and I'm not buying another bundle.
Ever.
Well, so.
All right, we'll tune into the next episode of The Little Kings, where we'll see if Ryan holds true on his promise, and we'll keep him honest.
I made a deal on stream that if I bought a bundle, I would give 25 subs to myself.
Oh.
So I literally have stuff riding on me not buying a bundle. And so
does that mean you're going to buy individual gun skins?
So yeah, I'm basically going to spend $200 to get the bundle that's worth $100 because there's no free perks.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm not spending any more money on Valorant except for the Battle Pass. The $10 Battle Pass. That's it. Done.
So you're saying even an individual gun skin you will not get?
No. Until
Yeah, okay, there it is. There it is.
so when I'm pretty sure the battle pass is 950 Valorant points. It's not actually $10, but you have to buy the $10 bundle.
Okay.
And so, every time I buy a battle pass, I'll have 50 left over.
Oh, so you're saying when that adds up
When that adds up to a gun
in like 5 years.
Yeah. But not a bundle. Not a bundle.
We'll see.
I'm done. No, $300 is enough. Nope.
$300?
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it.
No wonder why.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, this is making more sense now. I think I put maybe like 110, something like that.
You're wise. You're wise. Wiser than I.
Did you buy every bundle up until or including the dragon skin, and then you stopped after that?
Yes. Yes. I didn't buy the bundle that was in beta though. That's the only one I haven't bought.
What was the beta bundle?
Ooh, I like the ring of that. I don't remember what the beta bundle was.
You didn't buy the beta bundle?
I didn't buy the beta bundle.
All right. Okay, a little more understandable now that I realize. I knew you had bought a couple of them. I didn't realize it had been that many. I still think you're going to buy some eventually.
We'll see if the stimulus check comes through. If I get another 12 grand in my bank account, we'll
12
see what
grand.
look like.
Your stimulus check
1200. Sorry. Yeah, if we get another stimulus, we'll talk about it then.
All right, so hold on. Is this the big caveat? Is that if you get extra money from, I know you got a birthday coming up, Christmas, stimulus, is that then allowed to be spent on these things?
So in my eyes, to unlock buying a bundle, I would have to gift myself 25 subs.
How much is that?
That's $125.
Okay, so if you get $200 for something, then you gift those subs, then buy a $75 skin pack.
If I felt like the bundle was worth $200, I would absolutely do it. Is it ever going to happen in my eyes? God, I hope not.
The next ultimate pack.
Oh my God, I hope I see clearer.
Was there a time limit on that at all?
No.
Oh, you screwed yourself.
No time limit.
There's going to be skins that come out that you're going to want.
Did I screw myself, or did I save my bank account? You tell me.
You made it worse. There's going to be skins that come out that you want so bad that you're going to spend the $125 to get the 25 gifted subs and then buy the skin pack. Versus you could have just bought the skin pack that comes out.
No. I'm done spending money on additional pixels in a video game.
All right.
Content that does not improve the game at all. So like DLC for other games, totally open. Because that expands the game. Stuff like that.
Looks cool on stream though.
Dude, it does look cool. And it feels good to be flex a little bit and buy it right on stream. They'd be like, "Oh, bet you won't buy the new bundle." Bet.
And now you have to be like, bet 25 get to subs and skins.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll keep folks updated. Stick with the Little Kings. I'm going to guess. So this is episode 4. I'm going to guess before episode 50, you will have bought a skin pack.
Before episode 50, Valorant will be dead.
What do you mean? We do one a week. That's less than a year.
50 weeks. You think Valorant's going to live that long?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Oh, let's talk about this now. You don't think Valorant's going to live longer than 50 weeks? It may not live for us. I guess that's a fair point.
Okay.
But I think there will be quite a player base still within a year.
Okay.
You don't?
No, that's fair. It depends. I think if they do a good job with releasing maps and maybe new guns or keep it current. But yeah, I feel like
CS:GO has been played for like over 10 years, I think.
Yeah, when you bring that up, 50 weeks doesn't seem that long.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, Valorant will probably still be around.
The other thing that I was thinking, besides just the store skins, I wonder if they're going to implement any skin trading.
Oh, really?
You could be in it for that, right?
Shoot, I could be in the green if my skins
Here
become
it goes,
rare.
guys. This is how he's gonna justify it.
Oh my god, I gotta gift myself 25 subs right now. I gotta get in the market. I gotta buy all the stocks. I gotta.
Oh well, you probably should have bought the beta bundle then.
Oh no,
That's probably gonna be the rarest.
Marty, we've got to go back.
Is that the second Back to the Future reference we've had in this podcast, or was it a different time that we were talking to each other?
No, I think this is that's the second occurrence. Yeah.
Okay, 4 episodes.
Yeah, I love the movie.
It's a great movie. Not gonna lie. All right. Well, listen. You got anything else to say? I think we should end it on you spending your 25 gifted subs.
Debating doing it.
Do you have any other topics?
No. Not that I want to get into right now because I'm just riled up. I just want to get off the podcast and go gift myself, but I'm not going to.
Are we going to get off the podcast and go play Valorant and you're going to be like, oh, these skins look really good?
No. I mean, we are going to go play Valorant, but I'm not going to buy any skins.
Fair. Okay.
I'm not gonna buy any skins.
All right. Well, we got to go play some Valorant, guys. Thanks so much for sticking with us. We are the Little Kings. I'm Ryan. He's Ryan. Oh,
I'm Ryan.
You can do your gamer tag thing and then pass that to me on. Yeah, go ahead.
My gamer tag?
Or your username?
What is a gamer tag?
Are you serious? You don't know what a gamer tag is?
That's like Xbox only, is it
Xbox. I don't know. I thought it was. All right, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm the boomer tonight.
Wait, how long is this podcast right now?
56 minutes.
Shoot.
Probably. I mean, we could probably subtract 2 from that for editing.
No.
What you got?
No.
Let's go. Let's go.
So you brought up the whole gamer tag thing, and I'm furious at Xbox right now because apparently they changed their gamer tag system behind the scenes like a year ago. That as of right now, you can't make a gamer tag that they don't tack on 4 digits at the end. So like it's like Discord. You have your username pound your 4 digits.
Right.
Your gamer tag cannot be a normal gamer tag without numbers after it.
Oh.
Yeah. So Master Chief Collection, full circle. Let's get back to Halo.
Do it.
Master Chief Collection, if you were to make a gamer tag right now, because you just downloaded Master Chief Collection, whether or not it's on the Microsoft Store or Steam, you have to log in on your Xbox.
Yeah.
So like a Xbox login.
Right.
Your display name in Master Chief Collection will be NoMercyMerc4076. That's what it shows. You can't edit it.
Why are you so livid about that?
Because I don't want numbers there. It makes me look like a child.
But if everybody has them?
No.
If everybody new has them, sorry.
Yes, everyone knew. So it makes me look like I'm just jumping on the bandwagon. So I had to go back to my old Xbox to do it.
Wasn't that what you were doing?
Well, no. I wanted a No Mercy Merc one.
Right.
So that it lines up with my stream. But now I'm just Merc.
But also your stream is NoMercyMercTTV.
It was taken. It was taken.
But you're not upset about that?
Oh, I'm livid about it. I've been whispering to the guy, like, give me my name.
Is he a streamer? Like an active streamer?
His Twitch bio is, we think No Mercy Merc is gonna go somewhere, so we took their name. That is literally their bio on Twitch.
No way.
Yes.
So they're just waiting for you to be like big enough that you'd actually want to spend money to get it?
Yeah, they're probably gonna ask for like 10 grand or something for like my name.
All right, so listen. Would you buy new Valorant skins if we were able to get you the No Mercy Merc Twitch username?
If we were able to get me my No Mercy Merc Twitch name, I would gift 25 subs and buy the next 3 bundles of Valorant.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. All right, we gotta end this shit.
Clip it, tie it up,
clip it and ship it. Clip it and ship it.
Clip it and ship it. All right, I'm sorry. I just raged about
Game it's all right.
Because you brought it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right,
guys.
Thanks so much,
Thanks
Ryan.
Ryan.
No Mercy Merc.
The Kings, yeah. The
Little Kings.
Yep.
All right.
That's us.
Peace.
Peace.